rotten boards. This bed will have to come out another year. Yep, it will. So this bed here is made out of popple boards, and it is just about 10 years old. This is one of my last remaining beds I've got in my garden that I haven't taken apart. And I think this is probably the last year it'll have to be taken out. So I'm just picking up handfuls of worms, folks. So I didn't amend this soil too much. The last time I grew anything in this bed here, I think, was sweet potatoes about 8 years ago. And they grew fantastic. This is about 2.5 feet wide by 8 feet long. And it looks like it is about 18 inches high, the bed, and the soil is about 14 inches, give or take. So I started my sweet potato slips last, I think, February, if memory serves me, and they did all right. They did all right. They did better than some of my seedlings, believe it or not. Worms loaded with fat, juicy earthworms. Good. It's a good sign. So I've got about 20 good sweet potato slips that have nice roots on them. I've got another 4 to 6 that don't have many roots, but I'm going to plant them all right here. Now, the last time I planted sweet potatoes in this bed, I made like a little greenhouse. I had arches that went over, and I draped plastic over it and watered it from the ends. The sweet potatoes turned out fantastic, folks. But I was going through a bunch of old garden stuff way in the back of the shed, and I come across some of this stuff here. I'm not a fan of this because apparently I must have got this really cheap. It was real inexpensive, or it was given to me, because this is really cheap stuff. Now, it's very wet where I'm walking. It's squishing pretty good. So I've got to go around Robin Hood's barn just to work this bed. But I'm going to try the weed cloth method. One, it's dark material, and it's going to draw in the heat to the plants. Now, this is quite sandy soil. I mixed it especially for growing sweet potatoes. That only year that I grew them. And I've got some stakes that I'm going to put down in here. Then I'll put holes. I've already turned the old soil, and it was just about the right sandiness that I wanted. Then I took 2 5-gallon buckets of aged chicken coop litter and turned it in there. We just got a pile of rain, folks, so this is quite moist. And it's supposed to turn off, believe it or not. It's supposed to get high 80s to 90s this week for a couple of days. Of course, we have the rain too, right? It's coming. We got rain coming this afternoon, actually. So I'm going to get these in. I will fix that and I will bring you back. She's not going to be pretty, folks, but it's going to start raining here pretty soon. Matter of fact, I feel sprinkles right now. So here are my sweet potato slips. Some of them are looking good. Some of them are not. But that's just the way it is. So I cut holes, I cut X's in this black cheap fabric that I found. And I had worked the soil. I put some bone meal in there because it's a root crop. And stirred that up. And now I'm going to plant my sweet potato slips. This is my longest one. So I'm just gonna plop it down in. Put some soil around it. Water it in. And that's that. I don't have time to mess around. That one doesn't have a great root system. We're putting it in anyway. Just the way it is. That's the way it's going to be. But I think I will plant the ones with the more established roots in first, because I don't have enough holes in this fabric, this bed, to put all the sweet potatoes. So I'm just going to plant the best ones that I have with the best root systems. Now, all you sweet potato farmers out there, this is my second time ever. Can probably tell me everything that I'm doing wrong, and please do so. But it's raining, and I've got to get these in. The rain has got to stop, folks. I had all I could do to get into my garden. It's just sopping wet. I don't want to get my camera wet. I'm trying to show you how big the goslings are now. I think they've like quadrupled in size, if not more. That rooster's looking pretty weathered. I might have to paint it another year. But I still like it. The woodpecker comes. The woodpecker comes and it doesn't peck at the head. It doesn't peck at the wing or the tail. It pecks right here. It stands right here and it pecks right there and it makes an awful loud noise. But at least there's one woodpecker here that likes that rooster.